You thought I was late, but I'm not. I'm only about 9 minutes late. That's not bad. That's a new world record. So, hi, my loves. The whole shebang. It's Destin Choice, and you're watching Choice TV. So, for today's live stream, I want to get on here and talk about a lot of trending topics, more specifically about Candace Owens. Now, first things first, thanks for everyone that's joining this live and showing up in this live. I'm going to try to make this a nice, peaceful, cool, lengthy live, and I'm going to get into all y'all questions. Now, first things first, I kind of had a lot of issues with Candace Owens' recent remarks about her basically going against Trump all of a sudden. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have always kind of liked Candace Owens because I think she's funny as fuck and I find her entertaining. And to be real, I do feel like she just says logical shit sometimes when it comes to you know, good versus evil, right versus wrong, cause and effect, and much more. My introduction to Candace Owens was during the whole BLM stuff. Y'all remember that era where everybody was going crazy in the protests and stuff? And then she basically said that a lot of people have a tendency to, play the victim and deflect blame. This was my era where I was exposing BLM. I remember that era where I was exposing Black Lives Matter for being a shady organization, and then we ended up finding out years later that the organization was full of shit. The fucking people who were in charge of the organization were out here buying houses and mansions and all types of shit. And then I went on my whole fuck BLM kind of like movement. Like that was an interesting era for me on YouTube. This was during the pandemic. I'm sure some of y'all remember that. But essentially, Candace Owens has always been seen by a lot of people as being a drifter. And I never really saw her as a drifter initially. I kind of saw her as a girl who just feels like she has to use shock value as a way to get attention, such as talking about shit that doesn't even matter, such as Harry Styles wearing a fucking dress, because who the fuck cares that a grown ass man is wearing a dress? It's just little stuff like that that she went viral for. And it always dropped with the community of the LGBT community, always dropped with the feathers of people in the Black community, feminists, and much more. Candace Owens just knew how to get attention. And I always kind of respected that, but I always saw what she was doing. So Candace Owens made it very clear that she's very disappointed in this administration. And let me just read this comment really quickly. Oh my God, what the fuck are you writing? Like, spam my comments and shit? What the fuck? Anyways, so basically, Candace Owens essentially went on her YouTube channel that is now ran by her, by the way, because if y'all didn't know, Candace Owens used to work for a platform called the Daily Wire. And the Daily Wire essentially fired her ass and kicked her ass off of their platform because Candace Owens made some anti-sweet potato pie comments, right? Not really. And before y'all say, what the fuck is anti-sweet potato pie? Anti-Hematism. And I try to say the word because I'm going to be honest with y'all, most media outlets and most of the media is ran by the Jewish community. And I try my best to not say anything disrespectful about them because, I mean, y'all saw what the fuck happened to Fresh and Fit. And y'all see what happens to anyone that disrespects the Jewish community. And I try not to be disrespectful or offensive because, again, I have mad love for all these communities. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. But I'll be honest with you. That's the one community that you can't necessarily criticize about bullshit. Because when I did talk about them, even in my last live stream, I was like, all right, fuck, I'm gonna just say it. The Jewish community, anti-Semitism. That whole live stream got fucking age restricted. But Candace Owens was very critical of them because let me tell you something. Do yourself a favor one day, and when you travel, watch the news and see what's being portrayed. When you think about the Israel and the Palestine stuff, it's portrayed two different ways depending on where you are on the planet. Like, for example, like Candace Owens reported on the real shit. She reported on the fact that this is fucked up. F Israel, but also F the fact that people aren't talking about the fact that these kids are fucking being blown up limb for limb, destroyed, homes being destroyed, homeless, starving, and much more. And the Daily Wire essentially told her, don't criticize our community in that way and watch your tone and apologize. She said, I ain't apologizing for shit. And she said it on the platform, and then they fired her ass, and they took her funding, they took her sponsors, and much more. And now she's been doing her own thing on her own YouTube channel, which is cool. But Candace Owens is essentially like, like she was just tossed out by the Jewish community. And I did notice kind of a shift now that even though she did admit that she voted for Trump, which, let's be real, a lot of people voted for him. Like, there's a reason why he got elected twice. Like, it's not like you'd be surprised. Like, you probably voted for Trump. Your mom probably voted for Trump. Your dad probably voted for Trump. Your dog probably voted for Trump. And who the fuck cares? That's people's opinion. But Candace Owens kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit when she decided to come forth and say, I'm disappointed in this administration, because a piece of me kind of looks at her and I think to myself, really, Candace? Really? So if you and Trump are on good terms, would you still have had that same energy Trump essentially had an issue with Candace Owens because she, criticized a lot of his views and his opinions about the vaccine. Because even though there were a lot of people who had an issue with the jab, a lot of us were still very critical of it. And she was very much like real critical about the fact that, Trump was saying like, this is the best jab ever, like fastest, speedy recovery ever. And she was very critical about a lot of things in general. And then eventually she did come out and she said that Trump was very like standoffish and was like weird towards her and stank towards her because of a media headline that he saw and he read. And then she eventually came out, this was 2 years ago, by the way, and said that she's not really a big fan of Trump anymore because Trump is very standoffish and rude and kind of catty to her when she saw him again years later after he lost the election. And then here we are now. She did say, yeah, I did vote for him, but I'm disappointed and I regret voting for him. So let me just play the clip. I don't want to just over talk. And then we're going to talk about a plethora of other shit. So here we go. We're going to play the clip. Oh my God, I'm tired of these fucking YouTube ads. Anyways, let me turn this volume down. But yes, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate y'all coming in. Someone said, oh, I made it to the live. I'm happy you made it to the live. I'm trying to stay on here for as long as possible. Thank y'all for showing love. And yes, somebody said, hey, Choice, I voted for Kamala. A lot of people voted for Kamala, to be honest with you. But most people that probably voted for Trump. Because let's be real, like all those votes didn't come out of nowhere. I mean, personally, I didn't even vote in this election, right? And people sometimes look at me and say, you're part of the problem. No, I was just too busy having fun in Barcelona, Spain. I didn't give a fuck about the election personally. I just did not care about this particular election because I already knew how it was going to end up. It's like I already knew who was going to win. Like, let's be real. Like, we already knew what the end result was going to be. But that's neither here or there. Let me play the Candace Owens clip.
Where I would be rooting for a university above Donald J. Trump. And
no, that's not it. This is it.
Well, let's be clear. Right now, the people applauding Donald Trump are Meghan McCain, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz ran against Donald Trump, and John McCain, with his dying breath, was an ever-Trumper, with his dying breath. And I remember Meghan McCain standing at his funeral saying, this country was always great. It never needed to be made great again, to take a stab at Trump, even as she was giving words for her father, which is remarkable, right? So if Trump is aligning himself with the people that didn't support him, and the people that did support him are saying what he's doing is wrong, that doesn't mean that MAGA betrayed Trump. That means that Trump is betraying MAGA, okay? MAGA is a term, make America great again. And it was because the American people felt like our country was in a steep decline while we were being told that we had to build up every other country with programs. We had to spread democracy in the Middle East. That's been a remarkable failure. And at the same time, our veterans are coming.
Okay, I don't think I got the wrong fucking clip. I'm annoyed. Hold on. Okay, here's a better one.
Are you done with Donald Trump, or could you see a way that you would end up perhaps voting for him?
I will say is that he's been a chronic disappointment, and I feel embarrassed that I told people to go vote for him because this wasn't going to happen, and it is happening. But I just think that the picture of politics in America is going to look very differently because of his actions. So I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. But this is not the candidate that I voted for.
I don't know. Sometimes I hear people like Candace Owens say stuff like that. And listen, my perspective is what the fuck did a lot of people who voted for him kind of expect? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have no problem with any of these politicians. I think that they're all fucking the same tree on the same branch. Like, Democrat, Republican, like all that shit is stupid as fuck. They're the same people. All while we're bickering back and forth, they're all probably sipping martinis and fucking drinking adrenochrome and children's blood behind the scenes. So I don't really align myself with a lot of politicians in general. I just look at like whoever's right and whoever's wrong. And I'll be honest with you, in my honest opinion, I did feel like when it came down to the Biden motherfucker who likes to sniff kids and Trump, I thought in that case, Trump was the lesser of two evils, right? It's like you kind of got to pick your poison. But when it came to the Kamala and Trump thing, I was like, I'm going to go on vacation in America. Y'all can have that one. And Trump inevitably won. He inevitably won because a lot of people kind of wanted law and order. And people just thought that if they voted for him again, they'll get like an extra stimulus check, which I don't know if that stimulus check is ever going to come. But people voted for him and he won. But when it comes to Candace Owens, my perspective on her is, would she have had that same energy if her and Trump didn't have a fallout? Would she have had that same energy if Trump didn't brush her off and treat her like she was like the piece of lint in her pocket? So that's kind of why I feel like a way about Candace Owens. And sometimes when I see stuff like this, I think to myself, you know what? Those drifter comments are starting to look a little more compelling as time goes on. And it's not that I look at Candace Owens as like she's just the dumbest person in the fucking world. It is that I look at her and I think to myself, didn't he say that he was going to like knuckle down on immigration? Didn't he say he was going to knuckle down on the whole like birthright citizenship shit? Didn't he say that he was going to do like literally he's done all the shit he said he was going to do? And I think most of her issue has lots to do with the Iran stuff, but bitch, he literally said that he was going to do all this shit. And now you're embarrassed about the fact that you voted for him. Yeah, honestly, I kind of feel like Candace Owens relies on shock value rather than just having her own fucking mind about things. Like, I think she has her own mind about stuff, but I think it's all shock value. And I don't have a problem with Candace Owens. I just think that Candace Owens got books to sell, and I think that there's another book brewing. And sometimes that's why I don't trust a lot of these commentators who are like in politics, because sometimes a lot of them got books to sell. They got shit to sell. They got shows to sell out and so much more. And now that it's trendy to kind of like look at Trump sideways, like, wait, why the fuck did he bomb the Middle East? World War III, what the fuck is going on? I do feel like she kind of just takes that and she's kind of capitalizing on that. So that's my perspective on Candace Owens. I have no issue with her. I just think that sometimes, just like people say, she could be a fucking drifter. But that's my perspective on Candace Owens. And whether you like it or not, Candace Owens will be, let me see, right back on the Trump bandwagon when he eventually benefits her, because Trump kind of plays a role in why so many people got famous. Like, if it wasn't for Trump, so many people wouldn't have got popular. Like, a lot of these commentators that get on YouTube and get on the internet and they make Trump and conservative politics the gist of their whole personality, I always just be like, you know, if it wasn't for that motherfucker getting presidency, you probably wouldn't even be famous. You probably wouldn't even know who the fuck you are or care about your fucking opinions. And then when that motherfucker won, it was like so many people got famous and popular. And then when he got out of office, you didn't hear much about any people. But when he literally lost the election, I remember just seeing Candace Owens talking about fucking hairstyles and the dress. And it's like, Candace Owens, who the fuck cares, Candace? Like, you know, she was over here making bills about fucking, what was it, Cardi B and fucking Meg Thee Stallion. Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck cares about Candace Owens' opinion about fucking Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lane? So it's like she's a commentator and she's like, what? She's a media personality. But the minute politics didn't become so trendy and overt like it was 4 years ago, now all of a sudden, like, she has to try to find some way to, like, you know, wither herself in. So I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here, Candace. Get the fuck out of here. Candace Owens is a fucking idiot for that shit. She's full of shit, and I think this is all just performative as fuck. So if I'm being honest with you, Trump did exactly what he said he was going to eventually do, and I'm just looking at her like, bitch, you knew what this was. So that's my perspective on Candace Owens, and I hope if a lot of you are able to see where I'm coming from. Someone said, let me read this really quickly. I love your videos. I smoke crack to your videos, dude. Please don't do crack. Ain't crack like the fucking 80s? Oh my God. Someone said, do you know about Amala Ekpanobi? Yes, the biracial girl who's like real conservative. I've seen her videos before, yes. Oh, this is awkward. Someone said your ID's on the back. Yeah, my bad. Okay. Yes, I did see your comment. Yes, okay, you're right. I'll keep my shit safe. Let's see. So somebody said, we know that social media 99% of the times they will say anything that will sell. That's just how the internet is. People just say things that will sell because it gets clicks and it generates revenue. But I hope people understand my perspective. Someone said, why are you trying to clog bags, bitch? Wait, hold on. What do you mean bags? Oh, yeah, Candace Owens is going to follow a bag, and that's it. Yeah, she got to do whatever sells the books. You know, there was a point in time where Candace Owens, she wasn't a Democrat, but she was a liberal. She did have a site called, I forgot what it's called. I think it was called Blackout something. It was some other shit, but she used to have a website where she talked about, and she criticized Trump. She was going hard in the paint about Trump. And then this website where she was very liberal and she made comments about Trump being a fucking idiot and all types of shit, saying that Trump wasn't the best candidate and he's just a simple reality star. She then switched up and said that she gave him a chance and she actually listened to him and liked him. And she's like, oh, okay. Like she was listening to like a good beat or something like that. And then eventually she kind of switched up and she said, he woke me up. And I respected her for being like, okay, if she felt like Trump woke her up to the evils of the world, I'll give her that. But essentially, she kind of implied throughout her entire fucking virality and fame that Trump was simply draining the swamp and he was revealing the evils in this world. And now that he's over here dropping bombs, and now that he's over here, trying to remove birthright citizenship, now she's ultra critical about it. Candace, you sure you're a conservative, or you sure you just don't? You sure the lights aren't about to cut off? Because sometimes I kind of side eye when she says shit like that. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, look, it's one thing to change your mind because sometimes people grow and change their mind. But Trump has kept the same energy throughout the years. And I'll give my hat off to him because Trump has always kept the same energy. But Candace, I don't know. Within the past 10 years, she's been 3 different fucking people. First, she's a liberal. Then she's Trump woke me up. And then the next minute is, okay, I'm disappointed in this presidency. I prefer him over Kamala, but I'm disappointed. Candace, give me your fucking phone, bitch. That's all I had to say on that. But that's just my overall perspective. So somebody said, everyone's crying now that he won. Where was this energy when he literally did a stream with Aiden Ross? Yeah, good point. I mean, it was kind of in the books for him to win. So for me, I sat the election out, right? And people look at me and be like, well, you could have avoided this. I ain't want that bitch winning either. So it's like, you know what I mean? Okay, but anyways, just let America sort itself out. I feel like all these presidents are already pre-picked anyways, and I think all this is done to try to infiltrate the stock market, affect the stock market, affect the world, because who becomes president does affect the rest of the world, oddly enough. So honestly, if it weren't for Biden getting elected, we wouldn't have had millions of news coverage about, oh, come to America, come to the land of milk and honey, because now Biden's giving out all types of opportunities to people that want to come to America as long as you're safe. And now that Trump is in, there's a lot of xenophobia, there's a lot of what looks to be xenophobia in the media. Like there's people who are literally saying like, oh my God, I would love to go to America, but they don't want immigrants there. Like there's people who legit think that immigrants are not welcome in America. Meanwhile, everyone in America is an immigrant. Like the mailman, the post office lady, the person that's cooking your dinner at the diner, the person that's cutting off your lights, the person that's towing your car. Like a lot of those people are immigrants. So it's kind of sad that I look at the media, and even like when I'm watching the news in other countries, they perceive it as immigrants aren't welcome in America. And then I'm not gonna lie, I've said this before, but saying that you're American now is kind of awkward, because now when you tell people that you're from the United States, depending on what country they're from, they look at you like, oh, okay. They look at you as, oh, y'all are the xenophobic country that don't want immigrants in all of a sudden, even though immigrants are all over the country. So it's really awkward. It's really scary, like how quickly people. And it's also really scary how invested the rest of the world is in American politics. It's really scary how even when I was in Morocco, like even when I was in Africa, I remember like people were telling me, "Oh my God, you're American? How do you feel about the election? Oh, I hope Trump fixes everything." Or let me guess, you're from Trump? Like literally stuff like that. And I'm like, why the fuck is the rest of the world so invested in the presidential election in America? Like it's almost like it's the fucking Super Bowl or some shit. Well, I mean, it is big as fuck, but it's almost like it's the global Super Bowl, because I didn't realize the world was so obsessed with our politics until I left. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize how much the world, like how there's a lot of people that really don't fuck with us or like us. You know what I mean? Like I remember one time I was in London, and I'm not gonna lie, like people are quick to disrespect you because you're American. Like they're quick to disrespect us and say y'all don't know geography. They're quick to disrespect us and say slick shit. Like I got into this crazy ass argument with these Scottish boys when I was in London, and it wasn't really an argument, but one of them was just like, you're American. See, if there's one thing that I don't like, it's fucking America. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like if only America didn't win that war against the British, America would be a much better place. I'm like, what do you mean? And he was just like, it's just we would have America, you guys would have better laws and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you guys don't take care of your people. Like people are struggling to afford healthcare. People are struggling to have all these things in America, and the laws are shit. You guys have to worry about having school shootings and having drills to prevent school. That's literally what he said to me. A Scottish boy literally said, you guys have to have stuff to like prevent school shootings. Like you have to like literally worry about kids dying in school because somebody bought a gun and shot up the whole fucking place. And I mean, yeah, it's true. Like we do have drills and shit that protect against shit like that. But bitch, watch your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we may be home with the school shootings and shit like that, but that's America may be a shithole sometimes, but it's our shithole. It's my shithole. But sometimes, yeah, people can get real feisty and disrespectful about America. And that, to be honest with you, a piece of me thinks that it's low-key jealousy, because sometimes a lot of people have like this desire to visit and to make it and to elevate and to grow and to make mad money in America. And then when they see a lot of the shit that happens in the media, they sometimes use it as a cop-out and a scapegoat, as, see, I would want to go to that piece of shit anyways. Kind of like, when a guy wants you, and then all of a sudden when you kind of like dub him and look at him stink, he'd be like, bitch, you ugly anyways. That's kind of the thing. So I think that's kind of where people kind of fall nowadays with America. But yeah. To be honest with you, people have always asked me throughout the past couple of years to talk about politics and things going on in the media. And to be honest, I've kind of always been a little bit apprehensive to talk about politics, because y'all know what happened when I went through my politics era a couple of years ago, right? Where I was exposing Black Lives Matter. And oh my God, don't even let me go down that fucking rabbit hole of like all the fucking random shootings and the random like the offings of a lot of Black people like during that time, like how it was like amplified to the max. You know what I mean? Like, remember when I made a video about the whole Rayshard Brooks situation? Oh my God, that comment section was fucking terrible. Like, I couldn't even believe that. The Rayshard Brooks situation was, I think, that man that had got killed outside of Wendy's. I remember I talked about that. And oh my God, all I did was pretty much tell the truth and say, wait, so this nigga's out here fucking pulling out fucking trying to like reach. Oh my God. Let's go down memory lane for a quick second. Quick second. So let me not even go there, because again, I don't want this chat to go into a completely odd and different direction. But basically, this was back in 2020, and it was a young Black, well, not a young, but like a grown Black man who basically was killed by the police outside of a Wendy's. I remember I talked about that. This was during my politics era, during the pandemic, where a lot of y'all said I held y'all through the pandemic, right? And essentially, oh my God, to this day, I'm still shocked that he had a street named after him. Like, I remember, I think I was walking down Venice in Los Angeles one time, and I saw that he had a street named after him. And I remember I was just appalled, and I made a video, and I'm like, wait, this man literally was in a Wendy's drive-thru drunk out of his mind, and then he reached for the cop's taser, aimed it at him, and then immediately the cops did blast on him, which was so horrible. But I remember I made a video and I was like, wait, he aimed the fucking taser. He stole a cop's taser, aimed it at the cops, and ran off. And you mean to fucking tell me, bitch, that they're burning down a fucking like Wendy's and shit? That they're burning down the fucking street for that? Like, that was the most, oh my God, that was my politics era. And I couldn't believe how fucked up the world was when we were sitting up here. And I remember I made that video and people were telling me like, okay, yeah, but he didn't deserve it. I was like, no one said that. And then there was also a moment in that particular moment where I was like, but he's out here like reaching for cops like tasers and stuff and like aiming it at them. Like, there's literally like a video, and people were just like, yeah, but a taser can't beat a gun. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening to this world that we're living in? Like, I was going in. Like, I was doing a political video all the fucking time. Like, and then eventually I got to the point where I just stopped, and I just like stopped doing political shit, because I have a lot of opinions, and then I have a lot of public opinions, even why I just don't care to even fucking partake in the fucking presidential election in most cases. Will I never partake? I'm not saying that, but in most cases in recent years, I've just been like, okay, let's let America make this decision, and let's see what the fuck America does for itself. But yeah, America's crazy. Like, streets named after you, that's fucking crazy. Don't even get me started on the, oh my God, don't even get me started on other shit. Like this, I'm not even gonna open up that can of worms, because I remember I even talked about other shit about this. Anyways, next subject. Oh my God, people drag my ass for fucking 2 weeks, drag my ass to hell for some of the comments that I was making about a lot of the truth that wasn't being shown about a lot of like the BLM stuff. Oh my God. So that's kind of why I gravitated towards Candace Owens many years ago, because I was like, yes, oh my God, finally a bitch with common sense. Because listen, it's either conservatives are too right-leaning and do the most, and then there's also times where like people who are very liberal will like enable bullshit. And I feel like Candace Owens was somewhat like I feel like she was logical. And then seeing someone that looks like me, that got the same skin tone as me, I'm like, okay, you know what? okay, she seems like she's coming from a good place. But now with the whole, I'm not happy with this administration. Okay, bitch, I see that you have a book to sell. So which is it? Like, are you gonna vote? Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, are you disappointed that you voted for the motherfucker, or are you mad because he don't fuck with you no more and just is giving you the cold shoulder and acting stank towards you? Because he had no problem because Trump had no problem using Candace Owens to like speak at his events and to speak at his rallies. He had no problem with that. And the minute he gave you the cold shoulder, all of a sudden, like she kind of like she has a different tone. She has a different tune now. And I wonder if she would have kept that same fucking energy. But probably not, because it doesn't sell books. Anyways, let me keep reading. Let's see. Someone said, anyone who thinks she's an idiot must be mentally ill. Let's see. It kills me that she's from Connecticut, my home state, but it explains so much. Why does it explain so much that she's from Connecticut? What's your favorite cookie? My favorite cookie is the brownie cookie, a brookie. I love brookies. So somebody said, I can't blame them, to be honest. My black ass would never defend America. Yeah, but them Scottish boys went in on me. They were just like, we would have, if you guys didn't win, if you guys hadn't like won against the British, you guys would have better laws. Like, they went in on me. And I was like, well, at least we're not the government's bitch. Like, we have more money in our pocket. He was like, yeah, but what's the point of that? And I was like, well, to be honest with you, I just like the fact that in America, yes, we may not have the best laws. Yes, we do have school shootings. Yes, we do have guns. But in my head, my defense was this: when those Scottish boys were going in on me, I mean, we do make a lot more money compared to the rest of the fucking globe. Like, compared to other countries, we do make a lot of money, and we're able to use that money and leverage that American passport to go to other places. So it does help sometimes being American. But he just was going in, and he just kind of wanted me to be ashamed of being American, and I just was not going to be ashamed of being American. You know what I mean? Like, I know even Cardi B has made comments about the fact that she's embarrassed about the fact that she has to tell people that she's American, but I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm an American, bitch. It's just like, people kind of want you to carry shame and be quiet about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, and sometimes I kind of feel like I kind of have to not say anything, because you just really never know how people would react when you say you're American. Because sometimes you tell people that you're from America. Like, I remember being at a restaurant when I was in Colombia, and he was like, "De donde eres?" Like, just saying where you're from. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Estados Unidos, America." And he's like, "Oh. Like, didn't say welcome or a smile, like, America, just, okay. Because they immediately think of just politics, and they associate a lot of us with being idiots, because people from overseas, from my experience, when I go to other countries, they think that we're all fucking idiots for voting for him. Like, even when I was in Canada, like, I remember I was talking to this young white woman and her husband, and they were just like, how can people in America just vote for that guy? Like, how can people just vote for him? Like, what is wrong with people just voting for him? Like, why? Like, why would you guys want someone that doesn't even want you to do shit with your own body? Like, why would America vote for him? Majority of Americans voted for him. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, majority of them did. And what's so crazy is, majority of Americans, a lot of the Americans that did vote for him were like a lot of minorities voted for him. Like, a lot of people of color voted for him. Like, he just like he got a lot of the popular vote because he really speaks to the generation. Like, he's over here on Aiden Ross's fucking streaming channel. Like, I mean, it was in the books for him to win. You know what I mean? Like, that Kamala lady, she didn't have a chance. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I knew she wasn't gonna win, because let's be real. I don't know if people may look at me kind of crazy when I say this, but America ain't ready for no woman president. Like, do you really think America's gonna let a woman be president? Like, if anything, I feel like Hillary Clinton would have probably had a better chance of winning compared to Kamala. You know what I mean? Like, America's not going to let a woman become president. Like, that's just not going to happen anytime soon. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how somebody's portrayed in the media. All you got to do is just follow the money and read between the lines. Like, people may act, funny and act weird and might not say anything, but trust and believe, he won for a reason. And people wanted law and order. People wanted immigration control. People wanted borders shut, because people were overwhelmed with seeing a lot of the news and media clips of a lot of Venezuelan gangs and a lot of these gangs from different countries coming to America, setting up shop in apartment buildings and setting up communities in apartment complexes and causing chaos and trafficking, weight and moving weight throughout the community. So it was meant to be for him to win. It was in the books. And especially when you see a lot of the bullshit that happened with the migrant homes, where the migrant homes, actually, if you guys didn't know, were just abandoned hotels, abandoned shelters, and them just being filled up with millions of dollars of tax dollars, right? In Chicago and in New York. And it's just like, where the fuck y'all get this money from? Now all of a sudden you got money to fucking feed these fucking people. Bitch, what about the fucking veterans on the street? What about the single moms? What about the fact that we didn't even get now more than like 4 stimulus checks? So I mean, let's be real. Like when you think about where the fuck all that money went and how we all got taxed for that shit and why inflation kind of stirred up, people blame Biden for that shit. Like it's just he wasn't gonna win. And then they had the nerve to ask a bitch who literally was his fucking co-vice president to run with him. He wasn't gonna win. He didn't stand a chance in fucking hell. And then what makes things even more awkward is the fact that they really thought the black community was going to come through and vote for Kamala, which many of them did. But a lot of people aren't going to vote for Kamala because she don't even know whether she's black or Indian or East Asian. Like, we don't really know what she wants to be until it benefits her. So that's kind of like my perspective when it comes to all this shit. So when it comes down to politics, to hell with all this shit, because thank God I got a passport. And thank God I'll be able to, do what the fuck I can. So if you can, like I said in my last live stream, I'm probably going to see if I can get dual citizenship and see if I could probably not move somewhere else. Like I'm happy to keep the passport, but I wouldn't mind, leveraging my citizenship and just, controlling myself, because even though we can get mad at politics and we can get mad at the shit we see in the world, all you can do is control yourself and just invest into yourself and pour into yourself. It doesn't matter who the fuck wins. Just invest into yourself and pour into yourself. Because listen, the president is not fucking God. Like politicians are not God. They're not the universe. They're not Mother Nature. People are going to do what the fuck they want to do. People are going to vote for who the fuck they want to vote for. Just control yourself. So leverage the opportunities you have. Make the most out of the shit you have in front of you. And just, do what you can. Make the most out of what you have. And don't let these politicians have you thinking that they're gods. They're not. They're not going to just flip a switch and change your life. You know what I mean? Like you can't just expect a politician to just switch up and do a whole 180 and make life easier for you. It just don't happen like that. So you can still be miserable as fuck. You can still be struggling no matter whose economy it was in. All that matters is you got to shape your own habits and change your own ways. So I kind of hope everybody just doesn't look at it like, oh my God, he won. Now life is over and this and that. Bitch, a lot of us don't have to worry about nothing. Like we got amendments, we got constitutions that'll protect us. People were talking about how if Trump wins, we're gonna go back in chains and the fucking KKK. Like you have amendments and rights that your ancestors fought for. Like all you can do is control yourself. If you want to vote, then vote. But if you don't want to vote, I don't hold anybody to a certain. I don't look at anyone crazy if they say they don't care. I just don't. Control yourself. Control yourself and learn how to adapt. That's just the way the world works. Gentrification is going to come regardless. Change is going to come regardless. Shit's going to go down here regardless. And I get it. But whoever wins, they win. And also, I do feel like a lot of the fear mongering that we're seeing about like the immigrants not being welcome and people seeing this shit. Because like I said, even when I go to other countries, a lot of immigrants think that they're not welcome in America. Like, why the fuck I'm hanging out with some dude and he was telling me like, I don't know, I want to go to America, but like, I don't know, like Trump seems like he's not liking the fact that a lot of us immigrants want to be there. Maybe I feel like in America, we're not welcome. Bitch, how the fuck are y'all not welcome in America? Have y'all seen New York City? Have y'all been in any metropolitan city? Like, I had to check him and say, that's fucking bullshit. It's not true that immigrants ain't welcome. It's just the mere fact that essentially, if you're not documented or you're not bringing no value or money to America, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, America is not that welcoming. But if you do shit the right way, America will be chill. And regardless, even at that, America is still welcoming to immigrants because there's ways for a lot of people who are like on the Biden program to stay. And it does kind of suck to hear that I see that a lot of people that were part of these programs and Biden programs have to leave America. But bitch, you better do what you can to fucking stay. Like, you better get married to a citizen. You better take your ass to school, or you better get an employee to sponsor you. So I get it, and I don't even want to come across as a place from privilege. Like, oh, you're saying that because you're privileged. My perspective is do what the fuck you have to do to stay where you got to stay. Okay. Do what the fuck you have to do. Do what you have to do. Okay. Learn the laws. That's all I got to say. If you're in an inconvenient situation, just learn the law. Meanwhile, they have to worry about school shootings, school stabbings. Oh my God. You're talking about when those Scottish boys was going off on me? Yeah, basically, okay, that's a thing in Europe. I'm not gonna lie. In the UK, stabbing is a popular thing that goes on. And at first I was like, wait, bitch, knives, as in like butter knives, like what you use to butter your toast and crumpets. So we got talking about. But I almost laughed in this man's face because when I was in the UK, there was this young man that had walked up to me and he basically had said to me, he's like, excuse me, Meg, would you like to help sign this petition and give us a donation to help stop knife violence? I actually gave him the donation, right? I gave him like $2, I think. But I remember I laughed and I was like, wait, knife violence? Like what? Like the shit that y'all butter toast and cut sandwiches with? Y'all are fucking scared of knives, bitch? Bitch, if you don't get a fucking Glock or you don't get a fucking brick and throw it at that person, fuck you mean like, bitch, get a fucking brick and chuck it at them. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, like that was crazy to me. But then again, I understand that knife violence is a real thing, and it kind of reminds me of why outlawing, Glocks wouldn't really make any sense. Because if people don't have Glock, they're just gonna find some other shit to kill each other with. But yeah, that's kind of the reality in the UK. Knife violence. It almost blew me away when somebody told me that was a big thing. And then some person in the UK told me, like, no, we don't just have knives. We got like big ass machetes some people are using. Someone said, right, but also she was just bad. She never talked about policies, just how much she hated Trump. Glad he won. It's because Kamala's campaign sucked. She promoted degenerates. She could barely form a sentence. But yes, it's because she's a woman. I still don't understand why the fuck they had Cardi B talk at the DNC. Why was Cardi B there? Let me see. All politicians are weird. Oh my God, I hope my shit's not lagging. Please tell me I'm not lagging. All politicians are weird. There should be a role in the Constitution for leaders to put on boxing gloves and fight their own beefs. Shit, I wouldn't be so fucking far off. If you guys are in the live, thank you for everyone that's joining in and coming in right now. We talked about a lot of things earlier, so you're gonna have to watch the playback. But if you are in the live, please for sure, please feel free and for sure leave a nice like for the live, because I'm still very upset that YouTube. Oh my God, I did one of my best lives ever like 2 weeks ago. It was long. We had so much fun. It was so much discussions. And why the fuck YouTube just age restricted it? I was so fucking sad and disappointed. So it just sometimes I can't really say what I want to say. And sometimes when I do live, sometimes they get repressed with the algorithm. So it'd be nice if you did leave a nice like and thumbs up if you're watching the playback or watching this live. So feel free to do so. No pressure. But please like it. Someone said, and let's not forget Kamala did to Jamal true love. They took 6 years of that man's life and couldn't even give an apology once he was proven innocent. She's not for the people. She was just a fucking she was a puppet. That's what I gotta say on that. And she's not gonna have an Obama effect. Obama was different. Obama was at least charismatic, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of him. Somebody said he clearly doesn't want to pay federal taxes and leverage his dollars. I say he should stay in America, if not go to Thailand. Yeah, I want to save money. So Maxie said move to Puerto Rico. I would love to move to Puerto Rico, but Puerto Ricans watching this, are y'all full? Because every time I mention moving to Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans be like, oh my God, visit all you want, but please don't fucking come here. Don't come here, don't come here, don't come here. I might still go because Puerto Rico, I mean, you live in the fucking Caribbean, you live around fine Spanish people, you're around good food, good vibes, you're on beaches. But I don't know. I kind of just get the vibe that Puerto Ricans just aren't welcoming when people, oh my God, there's a big ass mosquito in this bitch. Fucking hate this shit sometimes. Anyways, someone said Trump is literally ignoring the Constitution. He can ignore it all he wants, but he can't really change it unless he gets through like 3 different doors. So let's see. Someone said the issue is Trump is saying one thing, but his border czar is saying the complete opposite, making people confused. Trump appointed him, but the border czar gets the last word. It is true. It is very true. Okay, so this person just said, I'm so pissed. I literally just turned 21 and I found out I have to renounce my citizenship to the Bahamas, which is a dumb law. But yeah, basically now I have to pick which one I want to really be. So you're Bahamian and you got to pick between being a US citizen and a Bahamian. To be honest with you, I would honestly say just go with the American citizenship. Like, honestly, because America does recognize dual citizenship. Like, if you basically become an American citizen, I get no, actually, the Bahamas won't let you be a dual citizen. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because the Bahamas does have a lot of benefits, right? So, a lot of people, especially a lot of wealthy people, run to the Bahamas because you can basically go there and hide your money and avoid a lot of taxes living in the Bahamas. That's why the Bahamas is so powerful for a lot of the rich and wealthy. But if you're in a position where you literally don't want to give up your Bahamian citizenship, then don't fucking give it up. You know what I mean? Don't give that shit up. But I feel like the American passport is way more powerful than the Bahamian passport. But it just all depends on you and what the fuck you want. I mean, America is where all the money is. So if you want to make mad money and stay in America long term with no problems, just keep that fucking US citizenship. Lars said I'm late. It's okay. You can luckily watch the playback. So for anyone that's just coming in, you can watch this shit right back and see what the fuck we talked about. So now it's time for me to answer some questions and see what the fuck everybody want me to know, want to know, or want to ask me. So let's see. Pardon me. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God. First of all, thank you, Kays, for the 199 super chat. I very greatly appreciate you. Wait, hold on. Somebody said, why am I what? Oh my God. Okay, so Michaela said, I went to Puerto Rico. They're so nice there. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, they're nice to foreigners, but when you want to live there, that's a different story. Mexico ain't welcoming either. Mexico's actually pretty damn welcoming. Mexico, however, I'm not gonna lie, Mexicans aren't that nice if you don't want to learn their language, right? Like a lot of expats will want to move to Mexico and they'll kind of expect Mexicans to learn English because they're so used to Mexicans trying to assimilate to them and learn English. And Mexicans in Mexico are very prideful. They don't give a fuck. They're not gonna teach other languages in school unless you pay to go to a good school. But Mexicans don't give a fuck. They like Spanish. They love their language. So yeah, Mexicans are very prideful and they're welcoming, but don't try to change Mexicans in Mexico. They will look at you crazy. Some of them don't even give a fuck to be in America. Some of them are just happy to even just be able to live life and work. Some of them have no desire to be in America. Puerto Rico's cool, but it's too hot. Finally caught alive again. Yay, you caught alive. Haiti is crazy. It absolutely is. Puerto Ricans are cool as fuck. They would love you. I love Puerto Ricans too. Give me a second. Ooh. That's called machoismo. By the way, it's a cultural pride. Beyonce almost fell out the sky, y'all. Shake my head. I mean, did she really? I mean, I know that her, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did hear about that. Like the car thing, where basically Beyonce was on the stage and she was basically on a floating car, and the floating car damn near almost fell. I already know half those fucking people got fired. Wait, hold on, what? Did you know Mexicans have been protesting against the people who are immigrating there? I mean, sadly, that's a common thing in a lot of places. Like even in Spain, like a lot of people are tired of the backpackers and the digital nomads moving to Barcelona to build their lives. So yeah, there's a lot of fucking people all over the world protesting about immigrants being in their country. It's really just not America. People just kind of put a microscope on America because it's just easy to hate America. It's very easy to not like America. Let's see. I've heard it's a difficult place to live long term if you're darker skinned. In terms of the dating world, or in terms of like the corporate world, or getting a job, or in terms of just like general colorism everywhere? What do you mean? You got to be specific. Okay, Taylor just asked me, What European country that you visited besides Portugal is welcoming to Black people? The Netherlands, more specifically the city of Amsterdam. There's a lot of Black people there. I was like, wow, there's a lot of Black Dutch people. So the Netherlands, more specifically the city of Amsterdam. And I would say London. London is like Black people central. There's so many Nigerians in London. There's so many Jamaicans there. Yeah, there's a lot of, and oh my God, Londoners are so fucking nice. Oh my God. They say that Americans are nice. People from the UK are so fucking nice. Oh my God, I got a little spiciness in my fucking eye. Sorry, y'all. Saying to move to Haiti is disrespectful. It's almost disrespectful. Why would somebody want to just move to Haiti? I mean, unless you're rich. If you're rich, you can move to Haiti, right? Because if you have money or you're doing well where you are, you can live in Haiti and live very comfortably. Ooh, fix my eye. Ooh. Move to Chicago. I would love to. Chicago is a city that's done right, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. You get a spacious apartment, you get great public transport and great food, and you get that big old international airport that goes everywhere. But it's just so fucking cold, which can be good because not most people are not running to move to Chicago. Okay, so Penelope's keeping it real with me real quick. So Penelope said, Choice, I gotta say, I love having you go live more. Just seeing your face and having you bring better commentary to this app always makes my day from shit to sunshine. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're even watching this live. Because I'll be honest with you, when I first started doing lives, a piece of me was just like, who the fuck is gonna watch this shit? You know what I mean? Like people would tell me for years, like, do lives, you never go live, you never go live. I've gone live on Instagram, but to me, it's just like, what the fuck else can I like talk about on live? You know what I mean? Like in my head, I kind of just thought that I was only as good as just sitting on camera and just like making topic videos and just editing it and chopping things up and discussing things and then adding inserts and clips and new. And I'm still gonna do that. But for me, lives are just like, would anybody even really care though? Like, does anybody even really want to hear me vent and discuss certain things? I don't know, man. Like, I don't even know if it's really worth it, bro. But you know, I'm doing lives now because for one, I don't have my fucking camera equipment and I still ain't in the fucking States. So for me, lives are just convenient, it's easy, it's fun. And I really like doing this. People are just so chill and nice, and the lives do pretty well. Like when I see the lives getting like 40K views, 50K, 60K views, 80K views, I'm like, people really fucking like this. You know, for me, I didn't think that I was good enough to go live. I just didn't feel like I was worthy enough. I was like, damn, like, am I really good enough to just sit on fucking camera for like 2-3 hours or 4 hours and just talk about shit? Like I thought I was only as good as just chopping shit up and just putting things together. And evidently, people prove me wrong because my lives do really well. So these are going to be coming more, and I'm going to improve them because sometimes I'd be seeing people like Lovely T or this person or that person do live streams, and it's so organized and there's structure and there's like a nice layout. And I'm like, okay, I need to do that shit. Oh my God. Hey, Luis Rubio. Luis Rubio said, okay, listen, my Spanish is rusty as fuck. So if you speak Spanish, please feel free to translate this. Ruby, oh, I'm sorry. I gotta read. Someone said, Black Americans, stay your ass in America. I know that's right. So Luis said, estoy poniendo atención a lo que dices. Okay. I'm guessing this person who's obviously Mexican said, okay, estoy poniendo atención o lo que dices. So my guess is they're saying I am paying attention to what you're saying. That's what I think you said based off of my Duolingo studies. Am I wrong? Please tell me if I'm wrong or not. Hey, Miley, thank you for super chat. Someone said you're definitely good enough. Thoughts on having kids? Maybe I'll have them, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll adopt, maybe I won't. But we'll just see where life goes. No one is going to the hood. Oh my God, you ate. Okay, bilingual girly. Let's see. Okay, Lewis again said, Ojo lo realidad de lo que sufrió las comunidades afroamericanos. Okay, so I'm guessing Lewis said, eyes, you realize that you want to suffer the community African Americans. I think he said, I realize you want to suffer like the African American community. That's what I think this person said. He's paying attention to what you're saying, lol. Oh, when's the new video coming out? I need one so badly. Honestly, soon, okay? Soon for sure. Definitely the start of July. You will be seeing more content. July 1st, there'll be a great video coming out. July 2nd, the latest, if anything. I don't want to guarantee anything. Somebody said your lives are like therapy and just having a good-ass constructive FaceTime call with a good friend. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me feel good that you even like my lives that much. Remember the live you did with Madame? That was very refreshing and entertaining. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh my God. I'm sorry. My hair is so fucking itchy because I had on this fucking hot-ass hat all fucking day. Somebody said, give me a second. Choice, when you getting a boo? When I find an individual that's willing to give me fucking money. So anyway, someone said Candace is a walking contradiction. She spent years tearing down a community that she came from, only to return once she got discarded. How is that being truthful and real? It's not. Candace Owens is entertaining. Candace Owens can say some real shit sometimes because a broken clock is right twice a day. But Candace Owens is also interested in selling books. She's also interested in driving media. That's what Candace Owens is interested in. That's just Candace Owens. I'm just being honest with you. That's Candace for you. Oh, someone said your Spanish accent is pretty impressive. Práctica. Más práctica todo. Todo día. Práctica español todo día. So I just practice Spanish every single fucking day, even though it's hard sometimes. Someone said, y'all, why he said Candace is an idiot? You're going to have to watch the playback. But basically, I said Candace Owens is an idiot because she's now realizing that she made a big mistake voting for Trump, which sometimes I kind of freeze up and I think to myself, you made a big mistake voting for Trump because you got a problem with the bombing of Iran. You got a problem with the fact that how he's handling immigration, illegal immigration, or maybe I'm wrong on that. But he's keeping the same energy. This is the same person. These are the same travel bans that he had in his first term. What the fuck did you expect? That was my issue on Candace Owens. And then she also did this interview where she said, I'm disappointed in his administration. I think he was better than Kamala, but I'm disappointed, and this is not what MAGA is. Bitch, don't you mean what the fuck MAGA is? If you don't sit your ass down somewhere, Candace got another book to sell, and I feel another book coming. I know you have Google Translate. You're right, but I don't like using it. Somebody said, will this YouTube live be saved to YouTube? Yes, all my lives are saved to my YouTube channel. You don't have to worry about that. All of them are saved. I'm always here. I love you. I love you too, Aisha. Someone said, I'm from Chicago, and I think it's overrated since the hype of the Dirt, King Von, and Chief Keef. Honestly, Chicago is lit as fuck. You don't realize how lit your city is until you leave. Leave your city and then you'll understand, right? Like, let me ask a lot of y'all watching this. How many times have you left your city and then realized years later after leaving, damn, like this was really great. Like we really had it good. I kind of feel that way about Miami, but I would never want to, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Miami's fucking overrated. I'll give myself, Miami's overrated. Like I like Miami, but there's other better places than Miami. You know what I mean? Chicago is a great city. Y'all got great public transport, affordable cost of living, mad diversity, and y'all got a mega international airport. Your lives are the bomb. Thank you. Your scalp is hot. That's why it's itchy. Oh my God. Well, then can it cool the fuck down? I'm sorry. I don't want to take off. Listen, I'm not taking off my wig, okay? I'm not taking off my wig. It took me a while just to find a decent one. I'm not taking this off. Okay? That's all you get. I'm not taking off this wig. That response was so real. Take that hot ass hat off then. All right. Let me get another wig and then I'll take it off. Your lives are therapeutic to homebodies like me who are at home done doing nothing. Oh, that are home alone, LOL. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you fuck with the lives. Someone said, let me see. Can someone tell me the one thing Candace ever did to tear down the Black community? Candace Owens, it's not that she did things to tear down the Black community. That's not how I perceive Candace Owens, right? I mean, she did say some questionable shit, like when she sat up there and she tried to literally just be like, I forgot what it was, but I remember she did like a fucking debate. I did a video about Candace Owens years ago, like a year ago, and I'll never forget Candace Owens had the nerve to sit around and say, I don't know, I forgot what she said, but I remember it was some dumb shit she did years ago. But I think she basically said that it doesn't matter that Black people didn't have enough time to catch up or didn't have a head start that we have now, so they basically like eat the opportunities that are ahead of us. And I understand where she was coming from, but I also feel like Candace Owens can be a delusional bitch when she wants to be. But anyways, I digress. I still enjoy her content sometimes. Let's see. Miami is great if you're rich. Listen, I grew up there and you're right. Miami is fantastic. If you have money and can afford to live there and can afford to go out for drinks and go out to eat, Miami is great. Eating tuna tartare, going to the beach every now and then, driving around in a nice car and enjoying the city. Miami's great in that case. But if you're like not doing that well to where you can enjoy tuna tartare and traveling the world and enjoying the city and then taking breaks in between, Miami's not all that great. Like Miami's not that great when you have no money. It's just not. You just have great weather and you live in a popping city. But other than that, nothing more. Hey, Choice, love from South Africa. Thank you, Lemon Juice Production. I want to go to your country so badly. South Africa is one of those places that has been on my list for the longest time, but I don't want to go to Cape Town. I want to go to Johannesburg. I want to go where the hood shit is. I want to go where the stimulation is, where the diversity is. That's where I want to go. I want to go to Johannesburg because that's where Tyler is from. That's where I want to go. Candace Owens understands how conversation works because she spent many years in that field. Now she's changing it up because the coin is no longer there, especially for her as a Black woman. The coin of supporting Trump just isn't there. It just isn't. Like, it was trendy because it's like, oh my God, a Black woman openly supporting Trump and she has mad followers. That just wasn't really the thing. And now no one cares. A lot of people voted for Trump. Chili from TLC, she's a fucking low-key Trump supporter. And it's pretty obvious if you look at her posts. Also, plenty of people voted for him. Waka Flocka, plenty of people support him. Lil Wayne, it's just not trending no more. You know what I mean? Kanye made it cool, and a lot of celebrities came forth and got backlash for it. But yeah, it don't benefit Candace Owens to say that she's gonna stand up by Trump no matter. It just don't benefit her, especially because she would look like a stupid ass fucking pick me, considering Trump disrespected her and was acting cold shoulder and stank towards her because of his opinions that she gave an opinion on, and he saw a blog and a media headline that he did not like, and he just gave Candace Owens cold shoulder when he saw her again. And she's talked about this before. Are you going to produce any more podcast episodes? I miss those. I miss those too. And I will do more podcast episodes. But do you have any suggestions or ideas? Because sometimes I'd be having creative blocks. Sometimes I would love to make a podcast, but I would be like, what would I make a podcast about for 45, 50 minutes that people would exclusively be able to listen to on my Patreon or podcast? So, oh, thank you, Curlia. She said, I love you so much from Charlotte, North Carolina. You're the best, love. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you. I appreciate that greatly. Hold up. Where the fuck is my phone? There we go. Yes, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. Oop, let me... Sorry about that. Let me make sure I charge my fucking phone because, listen, my laptop got enough charge. But I don't know if I'm going to be on here that long because I actually do got to get some shit done. I got to get a lot of stuff done. So, let's see. Somebody said, no, I love it. It's part of your signature look. Right? That's why I can't take the fucking wig off. I'm not taking my wig off. I'm just not doing that, okay? It's itchy as fuck in there. But it's my wig, okay? I'm not taking the wig off. Unless you want to send me a new one, I'm not taking the wig off. Anyways, so somebody said, I'm on vacation in Miami right now. It's nothing like the old days, 2016, 2018. That's when Miami was the best. Yeah, now Miami's mad corporate. And now Miami's mad entrepreneurial. And there's too many people living there now. Like, literally, you don't meet a lot of local or native Miami people who, like, just live there because they've been there their whole lives. You meet people who just moved from New York City who are now in Miami. That's who you meet in Miami. Miami is populated as fuck. I'm dreading going back. Also, my boy, did you go to Flanagan High School in Broward? Yes, I actually did. I did. I actually went to multiple high schools, multiple middle schools. I went to North Miami Senior High School. I went to Miramar High School. I went to Flanagan High. Yeah, I went to a few high schools. Candace said immigrants are taking black jobs. Trump said the same thing. And to be honest with you, no comment. The black jobs thing, it's like, next. Basically, when immigrants who are not legally in America come to America, the first thing they do is they move to the hood. And when they move to the hood, they usually start businesses in the hood, and then they don't hire or employ anybody that lives in the hood. They just don't give a fuck about anybody in the hood. So, yeah. Okay, so somebody said, Marie said, because what I think is that she says things that are hard for us to hear, especially when we have been taught to victimize ourselves, and constructive criticism feels like an attack. I will be honest, part of the reason why I gravitated towards Candace Owens is because, yeah, a lot of people in the Black community do play victim a lot, or even in most communities, because it's easy to be the victim. It's easy to kind of point the finger and say, no, it's your fault why I'm not further. It's your fault why I don't have this, instead of looking in the mirror and taking responsibility for your own actions. That's easy. And I will say that sometimes politicians have made it trendy. That's why they don't give the Black community much of anything. That's why I kind of got uncomfortable a little bit when I saw Candace Owens, not Candace Owens, Kamala Harris sit up there and say, I'm going to do stuff for all Americans. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm going to do stuff for just Black Americans or white Americans. I'm going to do it for them all. Just for her fucking president at the time to sign a whole fucking anti-hate Asian crime bill. And they had a whole fucking toll-free number where they can report hatred. And it's like, bitch, where the fuck is a Black toll-free number? Where the fuck is the Hispanic toll-free number to report xenophobia, especially now that there's, or even the decades and years of them being called like illegals or being generalized as Mexicans and so much more? Where's their hotline? So yeah, I was never gonna vote for that bitch. But then again, I didn't vote in this election. I just was like, yeah, let's let America make that decision. Let's see what the fuck happens. Let's see if we vote our first Indian, half Black, half Native president. She was never gonna win. Let's be real. Movie, immigrants are taking Black jobs. Stop. I can't believe I support her. She really is goofy. You love the New Orleans accent? Nice. Have you seen Sinners? I fucking fell asleep after like the first 10 minutes. I was like, anyways, next. But I'm going to try again. I think I just have a low attention span when it comes to movies. I just cannot watch movies no more for some reason. I just can't. Wait, what? Do you still feel the same about that woman who had hot water and got off by the cops? You mean when I said that she kind of was acting standoffish and shit like that? I mean, of course, when you watch the full video, you know what? That could be another video. That could be another topic. Do you plan to go to Turks and Caicos? I've never been, and I would love to go. I went to high school with a girl who was from Turks and Caicos, and I always thought that was so cool. Like, girl, you're from that fucking paradise island. Why the fuck would your parents want to move to America? And then Turks and Caicos has a strong economy and it's safe. Why would your parents want to come to America? LA is better than Miami. LA is better than Miami in terms of pay. It's easy to get a high-paying job in Southern California. If you want a high-paying job, move to California or move to Washington State. Somebody said she was not complaining about a woman singing the Black National Anthem, saying we don't deserve Juneteenth. Candace Owens did say that. She said, oh, well, I'm going to be supporting 4th of July. Juneteenth sucks. Bitch, can you shut the fuck up? Like, I still can't believe Candace Owens said that shit. And listen, I love Candace at some instances when she's going in and she's being logical and she's being fair. But I can't believe she really sat there and tried to say Juneteenth sucks. Did you feel Juneteenth sucked 3-4 years ago before it was trendy to say it sucks? Someone said, oh my God, first of all, thank you, Kiara. You're always showing mad love. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. Get off camera and itch it. Are you in the States because you're always jet sitting? No, I'm not. New York City is a nightmare. Nobody is originally from there. Speaking of these cheap-ass companies, I'm so damn sick of them, for real. Honestly. So let's see. Oh my God. First of all, I can't believe there's so many people in here. First of all, there's almost 1,000 people in this fucking live. Can y'all like the fucking live, please, if you can? I'm still fucking mad that YouTube aged. I know I won't shut the fuck up about it. Like, I know y'all thinking, shut the fuck up. Like, can you stop talking about it? I can't because I'm so mad YouTube aged to that last live I did. Always fucking doing that shit. Oh my God, it makes me so mad. Oh, let's see. Oh my God, thank you, Martavius. That's very kind of you. Hey, Troy, don't get me wrong. We played a part in our demise, but we are victims. Not saying we should be lazy, but if you know, you know. That is true to some degree. Like, a lot of times, people of color sometimes do perpetuate the victim mentality of like, see, we're never going to do this. We're never going to do that. We're never going to have this. We're never going to have that. And it's just like, bitch, are you sure about that? Listen, you got to utilize what your ancestors fought for. Your ancestors would be so offended if some of us sat up here and be like, see, we don't have it like them. We don't have it like them. They would literally wake up from the fucking grave and be like, if you don't get your fucking ugly ass, black ass up and go fucking do some shit, bitch. That's how I feel like a lot of ancestors would look at it. They'd be like, why the fuck do you feel that way? We got all them ass whoopings and them water holes shot at us so that way you could fucking have all this shit that you have now. Go fucking take advantage of it, bitch, and go fucking fill out a college admission. That's what, like, I thought the ancestors would say. Not talking to you, but that's what a lot of the ancestors would say in general. But anyways, thank you for the super chat, though, Martavius. I appreciate that. Candace, a wobbler, but deep down, she wants to be white. I don't know. I kind of wish Candace Owens would let her hair breathe. Because sometimes I'd be seeing Candace Owens' hair, and I'd be like, bro, that shit looks like it's about to fucking fall out. Like, her shit is burned to a crisp. That's how straight it is. Oh, 371 likes. Oh my God, that's so nice. Oh my God. Thank you. 371. Can we do 500 likes? Honestly, if we can get 500 likes, I'll be happy as fuck with that for the rest of my fucking life. If we can get 500 likes. So please like the live. Let me see. Yeah, definitely heat damaged. So let me see. Somebody said, oh, Lord. Yup. Hey, it's 12:47 a.m. here. I'm so sorry that it's so damn late where you're at. It's so late where you're at. But yeah, we're all having a nice ball. Someone said, are you currently overseas now? Yes. Okay, fine. I'll tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. Don't tell nobody. I'm in the Dominican Republic. And it's chill. Like, any Dominicans in here? It is so fucking chill here. But oh my God. Oh my God. It kind of makes me kind of sad a little bit, a lot of the sex work. There's a lot of women and men that are doing sex work in a way where it's like kind of sad. I just be like, damn, like, why are there so many of y'all doing this? Like, a lot of them are just like hustling, and I'm not mad at them, and I'm not shaming them. It's just like, damn, like the economy really does suck. And I've had like people say like the economy sucks, jobs here suck, opportunities here suck, and so much more, shit like that. Let me see. Let's see. What do you like to do for fun? Travel. That's what I like to do for fun. Travel. Let's see. Eat wings. And also, I like to get to know people and talk to people and get a feel of people. I want you to tell me your lifestyle. Listen, Sasha and Siasi and Victoria, I want y'all to tell me, why you do the shit you do, or like what made you this way, or like what made you follow the path you're on. I like getting to know people. I'm a deep person. I'm a talker. Trish, you be everywhere but home. I'm trying to get like that. Listen, I would love to be at home, but sometimes I have a habit of saying yes to shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a habit of, I love going out and traveling, going to new cities and states, but I'd be saying yes to shit, and I'd be like, oh my God. And then I end up feeling bad because I can't say yes to everybody else. Like, people be inviting me and saying, let's do this, let's do that. And then I can't even go. And then I say yes to shit that, like, oh my God, like, it's taking up a lot of my time and money. And oh my God, it's taking up this. But listen, I don't regret traveling to no city or no country because I always make amazing friends and memories everywhere I fucking go. So yeah. And one day you will get there. One day you will. Don't say I'm trying to get like you. Like, one day you will say, one day I will be like you, or one day I will get to that level. One day I will be at that point, and you will. It takes time though. It just takes a lot of perseverance, time, energy, and it depends on what you do for work. And if you're a remote worker, it just depends. When did you leave Colombia? Oh, I left that shit like days ago, like a week ago. Let me see. Not everybody can pull off a bone straight rap year round. Sex sells, choice, period. It does. Oh my God, what's that currency? THB? Thank you, APS. Hello from Bangkok, Choice. I've been a fan for Lovely T channel for years, and I knew your channel for her. Love you too. Thank you so much. I love me some Lovely T. That is my girl. Still cool to this day. Lovely T is my sister for life. I haven't talked to her in a long ass time though, but that is my girl. I haven't talked to her in forever. I gotta definitely hit her up. Let me see. Do you even watch Candace Owens or what do you even watch Candace Owens for? I used to watch her commentary videos. Like, I liked her interview that she did with Ben Carson, Nicole Arbor. I liked her interview that she did with a lot of people. Like, Candace Owens is a really interesting person to listen to. Like, she's very funny and she's entertaining and she's deep. But sometimes I do feel like she be on that drifter shit, like where she drifts to whatever side will benefit her and sell fucking books. But anyways, oh my God! First of all, I'm sorry. I'm overwhelmed and so thankful. Let me see. Thank you, your intrusive thoughts. Hey, Choice. Thank you. Thank you. Much love. You stay keeping it real. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you, Heem Banks. Oh my God. This is my first time stumbling on your live, but y'all cool as hell. Keep going, bro. Thank you, Heem Brooks, and I hope you catch another live in the near future. I'm so happy I caught your live. I missed a couple of your lives. I'm so happy you're here, though. I've been subscribed to you for so long. Wow, a donation from Thailand. I said the same thing. I got a donation from Thailand. Listen, you from Thailand, how much do you pay in rent? I know I'm being fucking nosy, but how much you pay in rent? So I can go over there and fucking pay $200 in rent, okay? I need me a nice big-ass condo for $150 a month so I can get out of this fucking hustle culture mentality in America. Kiara says, you're welcome, love. Oh my God, and thank you for super chat again. You're welcome, love. You literally are the real one for always reading comments, unlike these other content creators, boring ass lives and don't respond to you. It's so true. Oh my God. I hate watching lives and where all they do is read the fucking super chats. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be bitches that will get on fucking live, sit in their fucking granny fucking house. They'd be like, thanks for the super chat. Or they'd be like 5 people in the fucking chat. and they can't even fucking read all the chats. Like, bitch, you got 5 people in your fucking live, and you sitting on fucking live for 10 hours, bitch, and you can't even read the whole fucking comments. Oh my God. Listen, no matter how popular I get or how many views I get, I try my best to read as many and respond to many comments as I can, okay? I don't think I'm too good to respond and to read any comments. Someone said, oh my God, thank you for the super chat. Love from Canada. Are you an introvert eating Somali food? I am an introvert sometimes, and yes, I do love Somali food. I love me some bisbas. I love me some chicken sakar. I love me some lamb. I love me some sambusas. Ooh, and I love me some good Somali spaghetti. And I love how cheap Somali food is. Ooh, yay. We doing our big one. How do you feel about farmers burning their land due to not having anyone to work the farm since they voted for Trump right now and all immigrants gone? They thought the blacks were going to work the farms. They thought the fuck wrong. Let's see. Oh my God. Let me see. How many likes do we have? Because to be honest with you, it is getting kind of late and I kind of don't want to noise complaints because I feel like these walls might be a little bit thinner. Or I could be bugging. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, let's keep reading. Someone said, Choice, what are your goals for the rest of the year? To finish one big project that I've been procrastinating on for the past 3 years. My goal for the rest of the year is to literally do a live at least every fucking week. Like I want to try to go live every fucking week. My goal is to also be more consistent on my podcast. My goal is to literally get on a set schedule where I post every single day for like 2 to 3 months, even though it won't be easy. And my goal is to move to Africa. Like I plan to move to Morocco or Egypt or Thailand, but somewhere affordable where I could just get the fuck out of this hustle culture. Like I'm tired of like being at a point where like no matter how much I work, no matter how much I save, no matter how much I go hard, I feel like no matter what, I'm always gonna be at a point where I'm always gonna be living low key. Oh my God, my laptop's fucking low battery now. Where I'm always gonna be low key living, you know, day by day, trying to just get by. Because I do want to live like a fun, cool lifestyle and still travel and still be able to pay my bills. But I feel like I'm kind of just at a point where I just want more and want to be able to save, and I'm overwhelmed. And I'm tired of hustle culture. So I'm going to try to like move somewhere where I can get away from it a little bit, but then also be in a position where I can still travel. So if I move to Morocco or Egypt or any country like overseas that still, you know, gives me access to other countries, I'd probably do that. But that's one of my really, really main goals is, and a list of my goals in general. But wait, let me see. Oh my God, 485 likes. Okay, listen, can we get 500 likes? Can we get 500? Let's see. Capitalism at its finest. Do you watch Love Island? So what are your thoughts? 485 likes. Yes, y'all. Please like the fucking live. Like the live if you can. I just want to get as many like, oh my God, Cookie Monster, but not by myself. I didn't read your last comment, but you're always showing love and commenting on all my YouTube videos. And I be seeing you, Cookie Monster. I be seeing you. Thank you for showing love. Oh, you said, yes, I want to get out. Okay, that's what you said. Hey, Choice, try Puerto Rico. Puerto Ricans aren't exactly ideally welcoming about people moving to their land, but I might fuck around and move anyways because I don't give a fuck. But yeah, Puerto Rico wouldn't be a bad idea. I like Puerto Ricans. I think Puerto Ricans are sexy. Their food is good. They're chill people. And yeah. 513 likes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Can we get 600? Let me stop. I'm being a little bit too greedy, but thank you again. Someone said we all want to get out. We all want to get out of hustle culture. Thank you, Christina T, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Christina T said, you said you've been to Mexico. What state did you go to? What was your favorite part about the country? And how was the food for you? Proud Mexican American here. Thank you. And let me tell you something. Okay. I've been to Mexico numerous times. Okay. Let me run down the list. I've been to Cabo. I've been to Playa del Carmen. I've been to Cancun. I've been to, let's see, what have I been? Guadalajara. And then where else did I go? Oh, and I've been to Tulum. But my favorite was Guadalajara. Guadalajara gave me that. Oh, so this is real Mexico vibes. I went. Oh my god, I had the best videos of my fucking life. Oh my god, honestly, videos. Oh, and cabezas, taco de cabezas. That's my favorite dish ever, cabezas. I don't know what it is. I know it's cow brains, but it's my favorite dish ever. Like I could eat that shit all fucking day. Oh, and there's another dish that Mexicans tend to eat. It's called tacos de tripa. It's basically pig intestines, I think, or chicken intestines, and it's so good. But thank you, Christina, for the super chat. Hey, Danny9. Danny9 said, would you ever travel or meet your subscribers? Yes, I would definitely do that one day. One of these days, I'll do that when the timing is right and it makes sense. But I've done a meet and greet before in London. There's a highlight of my meet and greet in London. If you go to my Instagram, and I have like a post, a thread post on my Instagram from when I was in London and did a meet and greet. You should definitely check that out. And also comment the city or country that y'all are from, so I know what country or what city that I'm gonna go to do a fucking meet and greet. Okay, just comment the city that you in, comment the city that you live in, and let me know so I know to go to your fucking city. Okay, because I want to go to your city and meet you and talk to you. So let me know like what city y'all live in and where y'all like at it. Oh my god, 527 likes. Can we get 600? Can we get 600? There's 900 people in here. Y'all can easily like the live. Can y'all like the live, please? Please, thank you. I would appreciate that. Someone said, let's see. Hello. Oh my God. Hey, Cecile. Hope you and the kids are doing amazing. Thank you for always showing love. I see you on TikTok. Keep doing your thing. Someone said, would you ever collab with YouTubers of the people of the country you visit? Yes, I would. But if I know a YouTuber from that country, sure, I would. My mother stayed in Puerto Rico a while. She's actually in the hurricanes there, which was traumatic. But she says she absolutely loved the culture there, and it was so beautiful. I'm sure it is. Oh my God. What do you think about the future jobs? Everything's gonna be replaced by AI. Like, especially with AI in the US, do you think jobs of most fields might be secure in the future? In 10 years, probably not. Even like being an influencer is risky with AI because now YouTube added like a little option that says that you have to put if your video is AI, yes or no. So that being added tells me if they need to know. And then hearing about there being TikTok AI creators getting brand deals. Are you fucking kidding me? Why are robots getting brand deals? And then there's no regulation. Like there's no way to like kind of regulate it because it's considered art and creativity. You know what I mean? And convenience. And we've normalized AI everywhere. Roombas, robot vacuums, Alexas, Siris, all that shit. So honestly, yeah, even being a content creator is risky. Like I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube put up a situation where they said, okay, we're gonna scan your content, and if people want to, they can technically buy your likeness and use it against you, because as YouTubers, we own your likeness. And I would hate that. But you know, you just take it on the chin and you just grow and elevate from it and learn from it. How come you never talk about visiting Armenia or the Middle East? I have been to the Middle East. I've been to Saudi Arabia, but I have never been anywhere else. I would love to go to Armenia because I live in Los Angeles and there's so many Armenians there. From Yerevan, I will go to Armenia. Armenians are fine. Their food is good. They're chill as fuck, and they're the hood ass fucking like Arabs. Like Armenians are hood as fuck. They don't take no shit. They're hood as fuck. They're crazy. And in LA, they're low-key known for not driving. Like a lot of times, they're known for not being good drivers. They're known for getting into crazy ass car accidents and hitting people and shit. But that's another video. Meet and greet in Las Vegas, Choice. Okay, I'll do it. Hey Troy, did you hear that Junior's killer died in jail? Are you serious? Well, he was a gangbanger. Like Junior's killer died in jail. Junior was that young boy that died in the Bronx, and they slashed him and sliced him up with knives because they thought that he was part of another rival gang. No, I didn't hear about that. Thank you, Choice, because she really thinks realizing what she was doing now is going to help her. She's been doing this shit for so long. Let's get them likes up. Yes, please. Thank you, Maxie, for saying that. Yes, please. You live in Port-au-Prince? Personal Bali? You mean personally? Hey, Troy, I've been watching your videos for 7 years. Thank you, Tay. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. I thought Puerto Rico was expensive. I mean, Puerto Rico is expensive, but it's not as expensive as Miami. It's not as expensive as New York. It's not expensive as Louisville, Kentucky. It's not, well, I mean, no, it's actually cheaper, but it's not as expensive as a lot of major inner cities. So if you're from a big major city where there's over like 3 million people, or like over 1 million people, or close to 1 million people, it's not as expensive as that. You don't want to come to the Bay Area. I love the Bay Area. Even though they robbed my ass and stole my fucking phone, I still love the Bay Area. That's the place where like you walk down the street and somebody will roll down their windows and be like, hey, you got a nice outfit, and just be so nice. People in the Bay Area are just chill as fuck, down to earth, and just want to be friendly and open. They're nothing like people that you meet in SoCal. People from the Bay Area are a different breed, and I love the Bay Area. Honestly, specifically Oakland. As a woman, I don't travel anymore. It's kind of scary. AI pisses me off. Somebody said 551. Can we get 600? 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 I'm trying to like be one like those car salesmen. But can we get 600? Do I hear 600? Do I hear 600? Come to Vancouver Island. Like wait, you mean in Canada? Vancouver Island? Is that what y'all call it? Choice, how's your sister and family? We need an update. One day. My last update was on my second YouTube channel, Destin Choice. Go watch it over there. And that was like almost a year ago, over a year ago. Oh my God, thank you, your intrusive thoughts. You have the best lives. As someone in their 20s, I wish I was in my 20s and the 90s so I can afford to live comfortably. All my friends and I work 2 or more jobs, no kids. Everything is so expensive. One of these days, you'll be able to live in a city that you can easily afford. And one of these days, you'll be in a much better predicament where you'll be able to afford the city you're living in. And thank you again for the super chat. That's very kind of you. But one day you'll be better off. It just takes time. But one day you'll be good. All this shit will be part of your documentary. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Long Beach Joe. Salute and respect the choice in the chat. Thank you so much. I swear choice does not age. You look great, boo. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is kind of scary to admit, but my laptop was at 36% and now it's at 7%. I've been on here for a long ass fucking time. I've been on here for literally almost an hour and 30 minutes. After 3 minutes, I'm probably gonna rise up and get the fuck up off here because I'm at 7% and I don't want my laptop to die. And I guess I gotta kind of get some other shit done anyways that I don't feel like doing. But yes, please be sure to like the live if you can. Like the live, like the live. Oh, you remember that? Oh, you're a real one. Someone said, Choice, when you were speaking about that woman you're related to who asked you to show her around your new place, and she was acting like a hater. It was so funny. Yeah, like I was showing my cousin my new apartment because she had said to me, oh, Choice, let me see your apartment. Like she literally wanted to see it. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. And then I showed her like a painting on my wall. And I was like, oh, this is like a weird little ghetto painting my friend made for me. And then she was like, oh, that shit's so fucking ugly. And I was like, oh, okay, well, my friend made it and painted it for me, and I liked it, and I put it up there because I liked it. And she was like, like the mask was falling off. It was the scariest shit ever. And this is a cousin, someone that I was related to, who I was giving money to. You know what I mean? Someone that I helped who was going through shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it really sucks that sometimes the people that you help will really switch up on you and really do you so fucking dirty. But all I gotta say is this: is your ancestors, God, the universe is always on your side. And when people do you dirty, please be mindful that sometimes they'll be embarrassed, or sometimes that same energy will come back to them and through somebody else. And then they'll be like, damn, is this how it felt to be treated like that by somebody that I fucking cared about at some point, or who cared about me at some point? Let's see. For real though, choices look the same the last 10 years. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna age. I think I will. But the eyes, the round face, the fucking oily skin, the fact that I don't really like have hair right here, yeah. Shit happens. Troy's high spirit is what makes him look young. Yeah, I try to stay high spirited by just simply cutting off people who are toxic parasites. It's not easy, but it's worked for me for so far. Yes, I can. I usually just like trim it and shave it, but it grows all weird and not like all even. So I'm usually just like, okay, just shave. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here in the next 30 seconds. How many likes do we have in this live? Because I'm gonna get off of here. I feel like we had a really amazing discussion, and I feel like it's probably my favorite live so far that I've done. I'm not just saying that. How many likes do we have in this? How many likes do we have in this live? Because again, I'm looking at the amount of people that are in this live, and I can't believe that over 900 people are watching me. I'm just in shock. But yes, someone said, "Night, y'all. Sleep well. Night, Phoenix." More says, "Stay on." No, 586. Can we get 600? 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 Almost 600. I would just be so grateful if we can get 600. Okay, I'm just grateful as fuck that people are watching my live, and I'm grateful as fuck people came through like this late because I literally got on live and I announced that I was going live literally like 30 minutes late. Like I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna announce it 30 minutes before I go live. And there's still so many people in here. Like there's over 900. There was like 986 people in here. There was like 993 people in here at some point. Please 600. 597. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please like this live. Y'all, please like this live. Please. Just like the live. But anyways, Daisha says she's tired as hell. It was a pleasure getting on here. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for the support. I'm gonna come on here tomorrow because why not? You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing shit. And I'm gonna come on here tomorrow and I'm gonna do like a long ass 5-hour live. Because in my head it's kind of just like, why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck not? 600? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Weirdo. Who's a weirdo? Your mom, bitch. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not actually. If you're talking to me, I'm not kidding. 600. Oh my god. Okay. Are you going live tomorrow? Yes, I am. Long Beach Jets. What time? Probably around this time, maybe a little bit earlier. Whatever y'all like would prefer. But someone said, let's see. You were the 600 person. I appreciate it. 614. Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming to my live. I appreciate it. My laptop is going to die. I'm at 5%. And again, thank you so much. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. And thank you again for all the love and the super chats and just showing love and everything. Thank you. Good night and take care.